is up, guys? We are back with another live stream. Now, Friday was an eventful one. We'll just say that. We've got a lot to cover tonight, guys. We've got the results to talk about, obviously. We've got the decisions to talk about. We've got obviously tomorrow to talk about, and as such, this will be a long stream, naturally. We've spoken to some people on Instagram who have said that they are willing to come on and give their take similarly to the last stream, which is great. Thanks a lot to those guys. And once I've wrapped my kind of 20-minute bit of sharing the stream, which I'm going to start now, and my own kind of takes, really, we'll slowly in 5 to 10 minute slots kind of bring them in. First things first, I think we have to look at it as, had you said to me, right, you can go down to Kenilworth Road now and you can either gamble the game or we'll hand you a draw now, go into it 1-1, 0-0 aggregate, and then have the home leg, I'd have gone for the draw to be on the safe side. So by no means was that a bad result, because that was their leg. Now this is ours, as it's meant to work out. And although, you know, we have store wins, you know, away from home, and we've been better away from home in some instances, we're never going to be that dominant in a game of that kind of size. You know, a game like that's a well, 2 cup finals in its own right. So I don't know. When we scored, I thought we were going to win. I'm not going to lie. But obviously it just, you know, we sat off. We tried to defend, and we probably weren't the best idea, to be honest. But ultimately, you know, we didn't lose. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's quite a good result in the kind of perspective, to be honest. So obviously tomorrow we're back at our place. Hopefully we sell it out. We should be doing. From where I kind of stand, in fact, yeah, we'll get to that in just a bit. We'll more just review. We'll more just review Luton away first, actually. So, from where I stand, right, the game's kicked off. We're all loud and proud, and we were for 70 out of the 90 minutes, I'd say, as Town fans. Them lot, not so much, but you know, that's down to them. Shut up, Lucas. Anyway, 7 seconds in, you know, the ball's been played into the box and Toffolo's been pushed. It's a Stonewall penalty. The referee's bottled it. Now, there comes a point as a Town fan where I have this kind of dilemma and debate in my head where I think, has he not given it because he's just bottled it, or is it because it's us? But like, sometimes it's not fair to assume the second one, because, you know, every team has its bad decisions. But we've seemed to have this for a long time now, where all the big decisions really go against us. And for the Luton fans watching, you know, I'll get onto theirs in a bit. But for me, you know, that could have changed the game massively. We might have missed it, but we'll never know. And ultimately, the refs bottled it there. So we were pretty shaky. We didn't have much of the ball, but I don't mind because we took the lead. And obviously taking the lead was I don't know, was it better or was it worse? But ultimately, it's what happened. So yeah, but you know, it's it's a good result overall. But like, you know what I mean? There were times throughout the game where we probably could have won, but I'm quite not happy, but maybe like I'm content with that kind of draw. You know, going into this kind of second leg. Looking at the other decisions now, so for their penalty, if I had to pick out the two which I think was more Stonewall, I'd say ours, because it's an actual push in the back. The Luton one, I'm on the fence because I can see if I were a Luton fan and they'd done that to us, I'd probably want that as a penalty. But at the same time, you know, he's gone around Nichols to the point where if Jerome hits that, it's not going in. So he's looking for it, like, because the net's covered. So by the time he's gone round, there's not a shot on. So it's kind of like he's making the most of the worst situation by going down. So it does look like a tangle of legs, to be honest. But, you know, like I say, I think it was one of those where it was more fair not to give it, because, like I say, I'm unsure, and the ref, you know, it would have been soft. But on the other hand, I do think ours was nailed on. But that's just my take on it, really. Obviously, I'm not a ref. Probably do a better job than half of them, but I'm not a ref, so that's that, obviously. But just going to share the stream about and get that sorted. So, yeah, but, you know, and then moving on to their goal, from what I've heard from people at home, and from Sky, it was offside because Cornick's leg interfered. Am I surprised that a decision like that's gone against us? No, because it's us and they're never going to go for us. So, you know, it's about time we got kind of used to that, really, because that's just, you know, how it is. 1 second. Right. Internet issues, right, but we're back. So, pretty much, I think ours was more of a penalty. I think their goal was offside because, you know, it's been said to be offside. So, you know, I do think the refs kind of bottled that there. But ultimately, in real time, you're never going to be able to spot it. So the stats are on the stats are on for us because we usually do well in playoffs. But like Joe's just put down there in the chat, we've not won a home leg in 12 games. And we have, like on Friday, a habit of throwing leads. You know, it's happened quite a bit. But it's like I say, it's just one of them. You know, we've improved over the course of the season, and I'm happy with where we're at going into the second leg. I'm going to be honest with you now, guys. I am very, very nervous for this. Very nervous because the bookies are backing us, and everyone realistically will back us. But for that reason, everyone's backing an us Forest final. For that reason, that just doesn't sit right with me, because it kind of rules Luton out, and by no means can we do that at all. So yeah, it's really nerve-wracking now, where we're at going into this second leg. I mean, what I will say is we probably should have won the game in the second half. I think if you were to say one team was on the better side, I think it was us. But like I say, I went into the vlog in the ground saying the same thing to everyone: just don't lose, and we'll be all right, or we'll be as good as we can be anyway. That's kind of what how I perceived it, really. For the lineup he played on Friday was, for the most part, spot on. Sarr was shaky in the first half, but in the second he was solid as a rock. I think Turton obviously got injured, but it was right to bring him off because we were quite defensive with him on. So I think it was more a game for Pippa. So we'll just have to see where we're at now. I think midfield three should stay the same. Back four should stay the same, but Pippa coming for Turton. The front three, I'd start Sorba, right wing. Would I? That's another thing. Sinani played quite well. Got the goal, really nice finish. I'd start Ward anyway. Ward was very good. Ward was getting involved. His movement was better. I'd start Holmes. Holmes got man of the match, and rightly so. He deserved it. I thought he ran, off the ball. He ran his socks off. He was turning and going forward with intent. That's the Dwayne Holmes we like to see. But when he's doing stuff like that, people. I sit here and slate certain players for not doing this and that. I don't get any joy out of it. Like, I want the team to do as good as they can, and when someone's capable of something but they don't do it, it's kind of like you're looking at them as say, you've got this talent but you're just not using it, and it's just so frustrating. Obviously, when you support that team. I will say something about Luton as well. They look tired, very tired. They've got a lot of injuries, and a lot of that team is playing a lot, and it showed in the second half. They just sat back. We can take this now. Like, this is our game to go and what is it? This is our tie to go and win now. Obviously being the home side, it's at the John Smiths. It's ours to mess up because we've got the draw. We've got players coming back, and we've got a good squad. But I don't think it's going to be as simple as 2-0 last time, like it was, because that's just not how games go in the playoffs. Especially, not ours in recent years. We drew 0-0 at home, and drew 1-1 away at Hillsborough, and then won on penalties without even scoring a goal. So that's just. It just backs my point up even more. Just continue to do the promo for the stream. But what I'm going to do now is, because I've spoke for quite a bit, so I'll have a break on that, and I'll have a look at all your comments. Right. I'll have a look at the comments now from the start. Uptown, we're on our way. Big game tomorrow. I've got to do the airport for it. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Yes, Brad lad. Love you, Brad. Nice to see you again, Ben. We'll get you on in a bit, mate. Score prediction at the end. Evening, Paul. Great to see you here. Get Ben on. Ben's coming on, don't worry. Exams tomorrow and game tomorrow as well. Nervous times. We've not penalty yet. It'll be the home 2-1. Maria, Unger goes on Mike, plays into their hands, puts all the pressure on us, pressures on us regardless. Yeah, agreed. Russell drop out, Holmes in middle and Sommer on wing. I don't like Holmes in a middle position, and plus it takes the height out of our midfield. And obviously the height's a big part of anything in a scrappy game, and Luton is always a scrappy game when we play them. Wanted my first half, our attacking position wasn't good enough to create many chances. Yeah, definitely. Tommy's had a 1-0 win. She's making a huge defensive. Are you going to the match? Yeah, I'll be going to the match. If we go pens, who wins? I might get Pricey on. I've not spoken to Pricey actually. I don't even know where he's at. He's welcome to come on if he joins the stream though. Right, so yeah. What I would do for tomorrow, I'd do the same back four with Nichols. I'd have O'Brien, Russell, O'Brien, Hogg, Russell. In response to what you've just said, Joe, yeah, I agree. O'Brien probably should have got that shot on target at least. Yeah, he should have done better with it, to be fair. We had quite a bit, we had quite a few chances, to be fair. I think always having bad feelings is just kind of like the in the past when we bottle games, simply enough, it's happened with Town, so you've always got that thought in the back of your head. The front three, I'd start Holmes, Ward, and if Sorba Thomas is fully fit and ready to go, I'd consider him or Sinani. But to be fair, I'm not. As long as one of them starts, I'm happy because it's that dead ball delivery that we need. They both play a massive role in. Yeah, Blue Terrier makes a great point. Afterwards, looking at the game, Nathan Jones just chatting absolute pure waffle. Like he's just not got a clue about anything. Saying Huddersfield bought these players from abroad. Sinani, Pippa, spent big money. We've not spent a penny all season. We spent, I think it was 100k on Sorba or 80k or something. Pippa were maybe 300k, I think, or free. I really do not know where he's got his stats or his figures, but we've not spent a penny all season. He was just making excuses and throwing tantrums like a child, but who knows? Yeah, Declan makes point. He just sounded worried, to be fair. Yeah, I would kind of consider maybe starting Sorba and Sinani. Yeah, I know he'd push Holmes out after such a good game, but obviously it's about, Sorba's a key player. We need to kind of get him involved if we can, but also not run the risk of getting him, injured again. That's also another issue at hand. But I'm pretty confident with us being at home. But it just, like, I don't, there's always that chance, and there is always a chance. I'm saying it like Luton are down and out. There's plenty of chance for both teams, and whilst there's always that chance, I'm always going to be on the cautious side. It came on, it's a really good ball in, and if we had Naby on back post, like usual, bang, it's 2-1. Yeah, would you start Levi? He's not really played as many games or anything. I know Sark can be a bit shaky, but You know, second half he was solid and he got more stuck in. I mean, even what is it? Even went for a tackle, didn't touch it, and the ref gave them a corner. You know, and that tackle on Russell where the guy grabbed him to the ground. The ref was just far too inconsistent yesterday with fouls for us. Like I said, yeah, maybe your own over exaggeration in the moment, saying like he loves Luton, you know, but everything that they wanted, they got. You know, everything that we wanted, we didn't. So, and our penalty was more of a penalty. Well, it was a penalty, and then the other one wasn't as much of a penalty as ours. But if he gave both, you know, I couldn't really. I can see how he's looking for it. You know, he's already, like I say, he's already kind of, you know, blown his chance. But at the same time, it's a tangle of legs, and when that happens, they've recalled a striker, so I'm guessing he isn't fit. Yeah, that might be the case. Obviously, you know, it's never nice to hear a player injured, but that benefits us. You know, Adebayo's a top striker in this division, and if he's not available, then that's a big part of their goal scoring threat. It's gone. Touch wood. Just be a second. There we go. But I think he'll start Sorba, the ref is poor. Yeah, who's ref tomorrow? I don't know, but Michael Oliver's the one in the other leg, so that's a lucky escape for us. You know, if it had been him, we may as well packed up and gone home. There'd have been no point then, because I think Jones may risk Adebayo, knowing what's at stake for them. Yeah, I can see. Obviously, at the minute, you know, Jones will look at it as nothing to lose really with Adebayo, because if they win, it's one more game. If they lose, you know, he's got the summer to rehabilitate. But at the same time, obviously, if Elijah Adebayo knows in himself he can't perform, then he will say, and then it will rule out, you know, any chance of that happening really. I just feel like if we play like we did right against, in the likes of the games against what's an home game that we just played really well in and didn't need to kind of thing with, you know, what were a game at home that we kind of played really well in. And do you know what? If we do what we did last time against Luton, and we didn't even play really well against them last time, you know, we didn't need to. You know, if we play like we did against not Cardiff either, again, we won't go that day at all. God, we're going back a while now. But the likes of Blackpool, you know, that kind of performance, you know, just clinical. Yeah, we let in a couple of goals that day, but like if we play like we did, you know, in the attacking sense, you know, then we should have no problem. And once we get the goals, you know, Luton played well and beat them 2-0. Your first half, they kept us out really well and defended solidly, you know, as a unit. So we know that they're a good defensive team. And obviously Pearson coming. What is it? Pearson coming from there. We know that for a fact. Blackpool, we won because of the red card. Yeah, I more mean like the goal scoring like element. You know, obviously because we were pretty wasteful. I thought Friday with the chances we did have. You know, we usually kind of the set piece team at the minute, if you get what I mean. And Forest, we scored a corner. You know, against Luton, we scored a corner last time. You know, we've scored corners from corners and set pieces a lot. And if we can kind of get that to work again tomorrow, then we've kind of cracked it, really. I find. I just feel like that's like a... it's just probably the right way of doing it, to be fair. Like if we're good in the air, we could could get a goal like a Tom Lees or something, and then go for another then. 2-0 up, you'd back us to kind of see it out then, unless the ref intervenes like at the Hawthorns against West Brom. We've had that before, but it's just about getting the job done. I don't really care how we do it. I've got faith in Carlos, but this team's bottled so many leads this year. We were 4 wins away from finishing top. And the reason we didn't, because we bottled those leads and they turned into draws or like at Cardiff, losses. That wasn't fun at all that day. But yeah, I would a lineup I've already said. Hopefully the ref just kind of keeps fair and doesn't bottle it. Obviously they'll watch that decision and they'll kind of seen now that ref did, lose his bottle. But we'll just have to see what this one does on Monday. Start Angerine. I mean, Sinani scored, Sorba's come back. Holmes played really well. It's kind of edged him out, I suppose. So. But it's hard to predict a lineup because it's hard to give a lineup that I do because obviously all the wingers have played so well in that game. Both the wingers played really well, and then Sorba's come on then, so it kind of edges Tino out really. I thought John Russell did look a bit, 50-50. But we'll just have to see. I mean, I'll give my score prediction right at the very end, but we're gonna see now what everyone else thinks. And just before we do, I'll just take this moment to say it now. I am 12 subs away from 4.5k. So if we could get that before tomorrow, that would be brilliant. And then we can go into that game with 4.5 and then hopefully have 5k by the beginning of the next season, whether that's with us down in London every week in the Prem or whether that's back to the grounds that we've just done this season. So, yeah. Like I say, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe. And if you're feeling generous enough, please donate because it supports me. But as long as you do one of those things, then that's great. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. Yeah, so for me, the main thing is don't score and bottle it, because the problem with scoring and bottling it, so like don't do what we did Friday. It's all right at their place because it's their leg, but if we do that at home, it puts us on the back foot. And if we do that again in the first half, they've got 15 minutes of attack before half time, because we'll have to hope for half time then to split the play up like we did on Friday, and then we can turn it over again then. But we need to, if we're going to score first, we need to be clever with how we play once we have scored first. There's been so many times where that teams come back into it, and if they get one, they can get another. And if they get, I'm just saying it now, right? If we score and they score 2, it's done. I don't see us coming back from that. I've got faith in everyone, more so than I have for a long time with these staff, with this group of players. But if we concede 2 after going ahead, the heads will go, and that'll be it. And then we'll sit there, and we'll all be gutted because this is our leg now to do our job at home, as we have done plenty of times. That's not ruling Luton out at all, but obviously we are kind of looked at to do our job now. They didn't win their home leg. We're looked to win ours now. That's what we need to do. I don't want it to go to pens either. I've got faith. I've got faith. Touch wood. I've got faith in us in a penalty shootout over Luton, but that still doesn't. That's still too much to handle for me. For my art. We've got Nichols, and I trust Nichols. On penalties, but yeah. Connor Moore says, I'm watching from Ireland, hoping we get to the final to go over. No way, my family's doing the exact same, mate. Literally, they're coming over for the leg tomorrow, and then if we win again, they'll be coming to Wembley. That's what the plan is. Making me nervous listening to this. I'm very sorry. So, what we're going to do is we're going to see what other people think. I made this channel not to deep it or anything like that. I made this channel simply enough to try and get it into a position where I can do lives like this and get everyone on, in different slots and asking questions like this, because sometimes nothing better than getting other perspectives on a kind of talk like this. So let me have a think now. How am I going to get this? That would explain. That would explain a lot, actually. Right, if I've spoke to you already about coming on, then you'll be getting a link through now. I don't know what order I'm going to get everyone on. So we'll just pick someone and thing, and then for 5 minutes we'll kind of thing. Anyone that's coming on, you don't have to use your camera. You can just talk audio if that's all you're comfortable with. That's still perfect. It's still fine. So that's more than fine just to have the audio on. So I've just tired. Don't drink, guys. It's bad for you. Oh, here we go. They're here. They're in the chat. We've been invaded. No. Oh. There's a Forest fan. A lot of people are backing us to be in the final, so it's that. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying this and that. That we will or we won't. But that's what the bookies are saying. That's what experts. That's what other YouTubers are saying. Benjamin Bloom called it as that. He said if you put a gun to his head now, that's what he'd be saying. Hi, Brad from Phil and Jean. Hi to yourselves, Phil and Jean. Welcome to the stream. Hope you two are doing well. Please pardon me first. The arrogance in this chat. Don't underestimate us. Cam, I'm guessing you're a Luton fan. I'm not underestimating you at all. I've seen you do jobs against Bournemouth. You beat Bournemouth. They scored 6 goals against us. We didn't even score 1 against them. I know what Luton are capable of. This is our leg. If you guys had won the first leg, then it'd have been even more, wow for us. But now it's in a position where it's level pegging now. But obviously, with it being our leg, it's kind of our place now to step up and try and win this and go through. But obviously, both teams have just as much chance as each other if they turn up on the day. If an attacking Luton come out and we don't defend right, it's good night and it's season defining. You lot sold out very close. You see, the only issue is we've got about 70 tickets left, but they're not like together, so they're like odd seats on their own. So it's kind of hard for people to. That's not justifying it. Like, we should be selling out, but that's kind of hard to sell them, like, because no one's going to want to buy a ticket on their own. They want to sit with their partner or their friend or whatever, etc. But we should sell out. I'd say so. Previous booking history is also needed. So that's also another aspect. But yeah, they're not reasons to not sell out. I'm just kind of justifying really the reason why there's some odd ones left. but for the most part, we have sold a great majority of the stadium. So yeah, I've sent links to everyone. Have I sent them the right links? Yeah, you've just reminded me, kid. I need to send one to you. But yeah, everyone who I've spoken to should have the link. And what it'll do is it'll give you like fill your name out and fill your name out. Make sure your camera's on, your audio, etc. etc. But send you yours, Bobby. That should be it. So, right, buzzing for the first GCSE tomorrow. Would never have caught me saying that. Would quicker distribution from Nichols help? I do get the point you're making. Sometimes we pick the ball up and like there's that opportunity to go quick, but I'm a big believer in having kind of. I mean, I play football sometimes, and there's been plenty of times where I've seen whatever team I've been playing for, and the keeper rushes out. The keeper rushes out too quick to get the ball upfield to the winger, and then the winger loses it, and then they've got the ball back. So it's kind of risk reward really. If you can it's kind of risk reward really. If you can get it to a person that can keep it and have end product with it, then perfect. But if not, then it's kind of like a waste, and it's kind of not really justified. So sometimes I get why Nicholas doesn't want to do it, because if we've just been, we just had the goal being peppered for like 5-10 minutes, and then we're giving the ball back again. It's just kind of, you know what I mean? It makes our job harder to go get the ball back again. So there's obviously that aspect of it. Actually, I'm just waiting for the guests now to come on. I think everyone that I said, it's saying stream ended. Right, okay. Right, I'm with you. Right. There'll be a new link coming through. This one will work, guys. Thank you, Caden, for letting me know. That's the new one. So everyone who I've sent the link, it's an old link. Caden was right, and I understand why it's done that. Actually, it's my fault. Ollie will be getting the right link now, and then we'll get some of you on. Apologies there, guys. My fault, not yours. Looks like it's kicking off in comments. Hang on. Right. Everyone's here now. They've all come at once. Perfect. Brilliant. We'll just read these comments and then we'll get one of the lads on. All the best, Huddersfield. Hope you get promoted to Premiership for Barnsley fan, and all the best in regaining promotion to the Championship. It's obviously never nice to see a Yorkshire club not really got hope for against Barnsley, really. Obviously, it's a fixture I always look out for because it's cheap and it's close. So yeah, it's always a good game to go to. To be fair, it's only about £7 on train, so Zaragoza says Forest fans, they may as well have already finished their season in the yeah, that is not. I hate generalising a whole fan base, but he is right. Like, that is the thing. With my coach and the nurse said, it's a bit blue. We're getting that comment on. Right. All right. They've all, literally all come at once now. Perfect. Right. Literally. Got a good feeling about tomorrow. Welcome to the stream, Aidan. Don't apologise for not being here earlier. Luton fan, I expect to sit back, invite pressure, and keep the tag over for as long as possible. If we do that, I think we have a chance. Yeah, it's not the worst way of doing it, really. If you can soak up the pressure, and then you can, what is it, hit us on the break sort of thing. And, you know, Jerome played really well on Friday. I thought, yeah, he did maybe go to ground a little bit easy, but like, he had that shot that was really close, and he got stuck in and got kind of a bit scrappy with our players. So, you know, if it works, then why not? Right, so we'll get one of the guests on first. We will go with Ben, because he's been buzzing to get back on. So we'll get Ben on first, and we'll do this in like 5-minute slots, so then everyone can get on and we can hear everyone's take and everyone's prediction. We'll buy a pack of Haribos for whoever gets the right score prediction. So, Ben, I'll probably have to get DPD to send yours down, mate. But yeah.
Hi, Brad.
Good to hear from you, mate. Fire away. What was your take on Friday?
I thought, well, when I saw the lineup, I thought he'd do something like that. Go quite defensive for the first leg. And I was just worried because I didn't know if we were going to get a goal after I saw the starting 11, and I thought we were just going to sit back the whole game. Especially with the first half, I was very worried. But I'm glad he changed it up in the second half to calm it down a bit. And I thought we were the better team in the second half.
Definitely, yeah.
And we could have, if we did go for it, bring on Sorba earlier, maybe we could have won that as well.
Yeah. I mean, you only come on for 10, didn't you, at the end, and you could see like the impact, the buzz.
Yeah. Everyone was just happy to have him back, really, which definitely helped with the atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. And I can tell everyone in this stream straight away now, that's the loudest I've heard at a town game since the Prem. I'm not joking, yeah. It was non-stop. Like, my ears were hurting at one point. Like, I think we had the Blue and White Army going on for like 15 minutes straight at one point. It was ridiculous. I had too much footage, you know. I had to cut it all down. But literally, I had that much footage. I can't post a 30-minute video. That's just too long. So how do you think we should approach this one, and what lineup would you go with, mate?
I think we should definitely go attackive. And I'm gonna say a 4-3-3. Pretty much Nicholson goal, Toffolo left back, Sarr and Lees I think should stay at the back together. I've got no idea of whether Pieper or Turton will play. I want to say it will be Pieper because I don't think he played bad. I think he had an okay game, to be fair.
He did quite a few good runs on that right-hand side. He got in.
Yeah, he was causing them a lot of problems. So I think Pieper for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hogg holding midfielder. And I think I don't know if this will happen, but I think Holmes and O'Brien in midfield instead of O'Brien and Russell, because I don't think Russell had his greatest game in a town shirt, and Holmes had one of his best in the midfield runner. He played so well. He ran non-stop. So that, and then I think Sorba, if he feels like he's up for starting, then we definitely should go for him starting. But if he's not, then Sanani. And then I think Ward up top. And I really just want to see Andrin on the left, to be honest. So I'm going to stick with Andrin on the left.
Right.
I just want to see him get a full 90.
So Nicholas Toffolo, Sarr, Lees, Pippa, Hogg, O'Brien, Holmes, Tino, Ward, Sorba. That's what you're saying. And then if not
Yeah,
Sorba, Sinani.
yeah, definitely
Yeah,
one of those two.
yeah. I think the only factor really that a lot of people are going to change. I mean, obviously we've got to hear from the other people yet, but a lot of what the factors really is just on the wingers, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
usually it's about who's going to play the best, but everyone had a really good, every winger had a decent game, Friday, Holmes getting stuck in, Sinani with a really good goal. It's hard to kind of pick between really, but
yeah. It's just
yeah,
going to be interesting to see what Carlos wants to do because obviously he went defensive in the first leg, and I want to
yeah,
see like if he goes defensive first half and then just all out attack in the second because that's like
yeah,
when Luton would be more tired.
yeah. No, yeah, you're right. They look really tired in that second half. Like you say, if we'd have brought Sorba on maybe 10 minutes earlier, who knows? It's a whole
Yeah,
different thing. But you see, I saw someone on Facebook make a really good point. If we'd have won that game, do you think maybe we would have sat back so much at home and then invited the pressure, and then maybe Luton could have come and as such we wouldn't have had as much not to play for, but we'd have played for the wrong reasons really, and kind of playing more negative. Do you think that could have been a
yeah. That's something that I think we do all too often and have done this season. Sat back on leads when we perhaps shouldn't have. So I do definitely like you'd obviously always want to go in a goal ahead, but I just think with this town team is perhaps maybe better level
yeah?
when we have got to go for it.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard because we've got tendencies as town, haven't we, where we do certain things in certain ways where where if we go a goal ahead, we all sit there and panic, don't we? Because we know it happened on Friday, not as bad, but it happens
Yeah,
where we just invite the pressure and we end up conceding and then it's like what, and then it's
I
back
just
to
think a draw was the perfect result Friday, especially as like if we went behind, the pressure would be on us, but the pressure is sort of on Luton at the minute with the draw, and we're the home team. We have the crowd behind us, and if they don't have Adebayo, it would be really, really good for us.
yeah, it would. So Ben, I've got to ask you the £1,000,000 question. What is your score prediction, mate?
Um, I think 2-0, same as the game we played them in the league. I think 2-0 Huddersfield.
Two
That's
nil
what
Huddersfield.
yeah, I said that we'd probably lose on Friday, but win 2-0 tomorrow, before this. And I just think 2-0 will still be the same result. I think it will be hard keeping a clean sheet against them, but if we stick together as a team and play like we did in the second half from the very beginning tomorrow, I just think we can do it. I think they're going to start to lose their heads if we get the first goal as well, because then the pressure will be really on for them.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying. You've definitely looked at this in the right way, mate. We'll just have to see. I'm sure,
Yeah,
like a lot of other fans that can't make it tomorrow, you'll be watching and praying that
yeah,
we can take that final step necessary. But mate,
yeah. I think we'll do it.
yeah, it's been great to get you back on the channel, mate, as always.
Thank you.
If we do, right, I'm saying nothing. If we do, I'm not going to say what it is, but if we do, then there definitely will be another preview, and we'll get all the same people on, including yourself, in this
Yeah,
same kind of thing. But that's a big if. We've still got a job to do. Yeah, I don't want to. That's kind of why I thought it was a bit stupid to what I did last time, where I started asking everyone who did one, and I think to myself, I might have been asking a bit of a naughty question there. But yeah, it's been great to get you on, Ben. Thanks a lot for coming on,
yeah.
mate. And
Thank you.
I'll get you on again at some point. Cheers, mate.
Enjoy the game tomorrow.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Thank you.
Always great to get Ben on. Now, so what's happened is, for the guests that don't know, so obviously I sent them the wrong link, and now I've sent them the right one, and everyone's come at once. So I've got to try and navigate between who and when. So we're gonna get Bobby next on because he said he urgently had to come on. So Bobby, mate.
Hi mate, I've got about 5 minutes until my tea.
That's why I saw the comment.
It's not a good situation, I'm not gonna lie.
We've all been there. So mate, obviously I saw you down, you were there Friday.
That's the best away atmosphere we've had,
Yeah, what did I say? It was absolutely blistering, wasn't it?
I've not heard of that good this season. Like it was unbelievable. We were like 15 minutes before kick-off, and then singing Blue and White Army for like half an hour. It was brilliant.
Yeah, literally, it was crazy. Even though we did draw in the end, definitely up there in one of my best away days this season, just for the pure kind of
100%. I mean, it's a proper shithole, but it was
the celebrations when that goal went in was just absolutely crazy.
Brilliant.
I obviously I said it in the vlog, but I don't know if people know. I actually I fell on the concrete and I cut all my sides.
Yeah, I saw when you got on the coach. It's like bloody hell.
Yeah, and I sat there holding my side, and I was fine for 10 minutes, but then when adrenaline wore off, I was like,
yeah. Right. You don't notice it when I've done it, and you don't notice it when you're there, and then it's not until after you think, Jesus Christ, this hurts.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna be ringing 111, but anyway, right. So what's your take on how we kind of approach this one then?
It's I think the second leg, I said the first leg is how I thought it'd go. To be honest, I said 1-1, and I knew both teams would be cautious. Like everybody said, we came out the second half a lot better, which we usually do. That's been a running theme this season. We've come out in the second half after Carl's obviously had a word with them, and we've most of the time we've come out on top. But this game tomorrow, I think the one thing I don't want is penalties. As long as I just want to get it done, we need to score the first goal, which I think is hugely important. It's been important a lot of times this season, scoring the first goal for us. Even though I say that, then we sit back, and every town fan knows. Yeah, every town fan knows. As soon as we go a goal in front, we sit back, and I'm amazed. That's the one fault that I've got with Carlos. I think because I know, like Bristol, for example, 2-0. I thought at half time, we can get at least 5 against these, and we could have done if we carried on going for it. And I know we weren't want to risk anything. We didn't want to injure any players. That's understandable. But a lot of times this season where we could have just gone for it. And I know there's a lot at stake tomorrow, and I can understand if we go 1-0 up, we'll be a bit. We don't want to concede here again. But if we've got the quality to go forward, and we've got the quality to get 2 or 3 against this lot, because. Well, we've seen it at home this season. We got 2 against them, and as I've said, that game could have gone a lot differently. But if on our day we're a team who's third in the championship, and we can play like a team who's third in the championship, and realistically, no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say realistically, we will go to Wembley, but I'm not going to turn into a Nottingham Forest fan, which they're all adamant that they will do. I'm praying that they bottle it at the City Ground.
They're all waiting out Old Trafford already.
I know.
Queued up to get in turnstile. No, no, I get what you mean. It just depends which town team turns up, which Huddersfield town team that is as well. You're lowering your standards having Bobby as the guest. Matthew's coming for you.
Who's that? Oh, right, yeah, very good, lad. Right, score prediction. I'm
go on, score prediction. Yeah,
I'm
and your
terrified of saying this. Yeah, lineup. Well, in fact, I don't need to do the lineup because it apart from Turton, it'll be the exact same.
That's what you'd go. That's what you'd go with as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4-3-3.
I wouldn't change it, and I can't see Carlos changing it either. I was really, really impressed with Sinani, by the way. I think it's the best game he's had with a town shirt on. I've not rated him this season, but he did come out on top, and I know obviously the goals helped with that, but he took it brilliantly, especially on his weak foot. I'm pretty sure. He just a brilliant goal. But yeah, score prediction. It's not even possible to predict, is it? I'm gonna go 2-1 Town. I can't say we're gonna lose because I don't want to go in with that energy. I've got to go in with us winning.
I forgot to ask Ben this, but if he's still in the chat, he can put it now. What goal scorers?
Yeah, you forgot to ask that last time. Well, I did. I thought Ollie Turton would score. Really wanted him to score. Goal scorers. I reckon Wardy will get one because he came close, especially with that header against Luton.
Yeah.
I thought I was waiting for it to go in the back of the net. He jumped. It was perfect for him, and he should have.
Just straight down middle. If he'd have picked a side, it'd probably.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying Wardy and Hogg, which is probably unpopular, but why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm nervous and excited at the same time. It's a weird way. It's a really weird
feeling. You just don't know what to think because we've been so good and you almost feel guilty feeling negative, really. But
exactly, yeah. But we've got this far in the season, and it all comes down to this. Well, it all comes down to this one game.
It does. It does. Because if we win this game, then we're opening ourselves up to it. Even if we lose, it's like quite a bit of money still. It's whatever. But
it's brilliant. But I mean, a lot of people saying, we've got this far in the season. We've got to this point. Anything, I've said this myself. Anything from now is a bonus. But our aim, obviously, is to get to Wembley. It's everybody's aim in the playoffs. But I think if we do that, it's such a big achievement. But the problem is, and I don't want to talk about next season now, especially now. But if we don't go up,
yeah, I know what you're saying. I agree.
Yeah. Will we do what other teams have done? We've seen it with Reading when we went up. We've seen it with Barnsley last season when they got the playoffs. They obviously went out. Will we be in another relegation battle? And that's the thing that's playing on, I think, well, especially my mind. I'm not sure about other people because
we'll lose all those best players and it's a right uphill battle for next season.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying enjoy it while we can.
Yeah. Well, Bobby, I don't want to keep you any longer. You go and eat, otherwise.
Yeah, I've got chicken wraps on the way, mate.
Otherwise, I'm gonna get called out for making people go hungry. So, but yeah, it's been great to get you on. Great to get your take and your predictions. I say, whoever gets it right, we'll get them a pack of Haribos or something. So I'd buy you a pint, but I just don't think that's going to be suitable. So
yeah.
So
I hope to be back on if there's another preview.
Yeah, hold it. Hold it. Right, mate. It's been great to get you on. Thanks a lot, mate.
Right, thank you very much. See you later.
Cheers, mate. See you, mate. Great to get Bobby's take. Right. So we've got a couple more now. We're going to get Caden on next and get his take on, Friday, as well as a score prediction and a lineup. Caden, mate, how are you doing?
Yes, man, I'm doing good.
Good. Well, you were there Friday, weren't you?
Yeah.
Saw you Friday, yeah. What do you make of that?
Well, I'm a bit like you. If you'd have offered me a draw before kick-off, whether it be 0-0 or 1-1, going back to our place in the second leg, obviously I would have took it. I mean, credit to Luton because first half they were very aggressive, and I think that was obviously contributed to them being tied in the second half. I think they put 110% in, put a really good shift in, obviously being at home and they had to go for it, but obviously second half they faded a bit, and maybe you could have said we could have tried to go for the win, but obviously knowing that we've got a second leg obviously at our place, I think we're just happy to take the draw, and we'll just see what happens tomorrow. But I'm a bit more confident going into tomorrow than what I was going into the away leg, obviously, and seeing how they've got, they've really got a small squad now, obviously with injuries and stuff like that. We kind of have the room to rotate, whereas they don't. So we've got the advantage in that sense, as well as having the crowd behind us as well. So, like I said, anything could happen, but you just got to hope, aren't you, as a Town fan? And they always, no matter what Town team you put out, they always do it the hard way, don't they? So,
I
can't really see us winning it in the 90 minutes. I think it's going to go to extra time, possibly penalties.
Oh,
But
God.
yeah,
Oh,
I feel
no.
like I've got the nails for it, but I don't know how much nails I'll have after the game.
That will me Friday, honestly. Oh, so you think it'll go to penalties, and if it does, who are you backing in a penalty shootout?
I'm just hoping Nichols can stop them from scoring, and we can just do our job. Like, we've got good players like Tino Andrin, obviously saying he practices penalties, he places them. You know, like I personally think we should, because now at this point, like, we could either lose and obviously go out, the season's finished now, or we could get to the final. But what are we saving Tino for? We don't have to save him anymore because theoretically, there's nothing to save him for. This is the crunch time, you know what I mean? So for me, I think we've got to play him. If he's fit, we've got to play him. We've got to play Sarber, and we've just got to go for it. Like, there's no sitting back. If we go 1-0 up, we've got to kill the game off.
So that's kind of what you're saying then. It's just that's what you're saying. Just go for it, attack. It's our game to win and just win it. That's kind of what you're saying.
You can't be going 1-0 up and sitting back, no, because that just invites pressure. And in these type of games, you know, players will crumble under pressure, and we can't be doing with that. And obviously, we've both been theoretically favourites and all this, even though we're not, because when you look at it, you know what I mean, like I said, both teams, it's all to play for. No one's really favourites in a playoff. All odds and all, but the possibilities go out the window. But like I said, you'd back us with the home crowd and everyone behind us. You'd back us, but you know, anything could happen. And credit for Luton for getting this far and, you know, not letting us leave Kenilworth Road with a win, because they've still left the tie with everything in it. Like, I mean, so they've still got everything to play for. But credit to them for that as well, man, because I mean, if they do lose, obviously no one wants to lose, but if they do lose, they've still had a good season. So have we.
Yeah, no, both teams have got a lot to be immensely proud of. It's been a rollercoaster season for us both. I mean, we've been up there all season in that kind of 7th and 6th, and to finish 3rd is more crazy, really, to say we were down at the bottom end of the playoffs. And then Luton seemed to come from nowhere and just absolutely blow everyone out of the water. So credit to them. No, yeah. So that's what you're saying with the lineup. You'd keep it the same, but you'd go Pippa then, I'm guessing, more attacking.
And Tino instead of Daniel Sinane. I know he scored that goal, but I mean, I just think Tino's more of a creative, more of a flair type player. And in these type of situations, that's the type of player that you really need as well with Sarber, because we've seen it before. Like, Sarber, every time we get a corner and Sarber's running to that corner flag to take that ball, you know, hairs are on the back of our necks because we know something good's going to come of it. But when Moy were taking corners, it was just like, oh, another one.
Yeah, yeah, that was one part of his game that sometimes wasn't the best. Yeah. So what's your prediction then? What are you saying on that part then? Penalties or?
I'm gonna go for extra time, 120th minute, Lewis O'Brien goal.
So 1-0 in the.
Yeah, to stop it from going to penalties. Last kick of the game. And the South Stand's going to rock.
It won't rock, it'll snap in half, I think. I mean, I felt bad. There were a fella there, Ollie Fisher. I've spoken to him a couple of times on Twitter. Sound lad. We spoke about town, and he was there with his girlfriend. And when the goal went in, his girlfriend and him was like at the bottom of like a 30-man pylon, like just like from everyone falling over. And I seen it. I was like, oh my God, I hope no one's hurt. And then everyone kind of come out, and I know I were caught. You know, this lass had cut a finger, and she was just sat there like still celebrating, like not a care in the world. Like, you know, everyone were in bits, and it was just brilliant scenes, wasn't it? Caden, it's been great to get you on again and get your take. I'm sure, like I say, I can buy you a pint at least if you do get it right. So I'll do that, mate. But yeah, it's been great to get you on. Thanks a lot for your time, mate. And,
Yeah, and I'll be back for the Wembley preview
no, don't. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
in a bit.
Cheers. See ya. Great to get Kane back on. So we've got a couple more guests now. Apologies for those who are waiting. They've all come at once, so we won't be too long now in getting on. So next up, we're going to get Joe on. I've said to Joe, I'll get him on for a couple of times now. I hope his technical issues have sorted themselves out. Joe, is this working? Hang on. Wait.
Hello, mate.
You all right?
How you doing?
Not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm not bad. A bit nervous, but we're all right. We're all right.
Good. So what do you, like I say, mate? What do you kind of think? I know we've spoke previously about this kind of this, you know, these two legs, and obviously what's meant to happen in that. You know, what do you make of Friday, and what kind of do you make of the way we're supposed to approach this now?
I mean, the game plan, I think we're right, to be honest, on Friday.
Yeah.
It was usual setup on it, really. Soak it all up and just hit them on counter like we've done all season. You know, it worked to a T. Up until 12th minute, I think when we scored it, we're all them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's typical Town, you know. You just got to stick with them. You know, we trust his back line. Got as many clean, we've got joint most clean sheets this season, and then do what we do best, break quickly and grab a goal. We conceded a poor goal, didn't we, really? You know, it wasn't a very typical Town goal at all, to be honest. Lee's got caught out, foul, and then very great ball in. Whether Nichols thinks he should have done better, I don't know, but...
Well, they say we're offside, don't they? Because they say that Cornick swung his leg out.
You'd take that any day of the week, wouldn't you? Bring him back home, try and do the business.
Yeah, no, it's like we all said with it. If you were gonna, it's like you said, like I said before. If someone had come to me and said, right, I can offer you a draw, or you can go in there and gamble, we'd have all taken the draw, really, wouldn't we? And kind of gone home happy and more confident for the home leg, really, wouldn't we? I don't know if you can hear me. Joe?
You'd take it, wouldn't you? Definitely.
I think you can hear me now. Good. Yeah, you would. So what lineup would you go with, mate?
You'd take a draw any day, you know what I mean?
It's a bit behind. I think this is a bit behind. So, right, I'll take him on and put him back on. Joe, mate, can you hear me? Oh, this is all over the shop now. Oh, right. I think his internet's gone. We'll never know. No, well, I'll message Joe. Oh, he's back.
I'm back.
He's back. Here we go. It's sorted now. Right. What lineup would you go with, mate?
I think they're enough the same, to be honest.
Yeah.
Russell didn't have his best game, but I don't see him dropping Russell, to be honest. I don't see Aitin coming in. The only way I think he changes it is if Sorber's fit. I think he puts Holmes where Russell is, maybe.
Yeah.
And chuck Sorber on wing, but
oh no, we're doing so well.
He's been in half a season.
So it's cutting in and out.
I think stick with it, to be honest. Sinan had a great game.
There we go. Yeah, so you'd stick with it. So you'd stick with the same lineup.
Yeah, and if Turton's not fit, well, I think even if Turton won't fit, I think Pippa might come back in. Whether he goes to a back four, possibly. I think Cole. To be fair, I think they will hope to sit back, and I think Colwell will probably be suited better to play through the lines. To be honest, because I see them sort of trying to nick it. I think they will try play, but I think they will tend to sit back, and maybe Sarr isn't the one we need. But either or, I think you're happy with Sarr or Cole, to be honest.
Either or, right? Okay, well that obviously gives quite a bit of a mix, really, doesn't it? So last thing, mate, I've got to ask you, what's your score prediction?
So, I'm going 1-0. 1-0. I think it'll be tight, but I think we'll do it. Danny Ward, 1-0.
Trademark.
Yeah, Danny Ward, 1-0. I'm hoping we can get one in the first half because I think they'll have to come out and I think we could hit them with a second. But I just fear the longer the game goes on with a big crowd, we might get a bit restless and the pressure might start to get to them, which I hope doesn't happen because I think that suits them to a T then. But yeah, 1-0, Danny Ward. We'll do it.
Fair play, mate. Well, we'll stay in touch between now and tomorrow and see where we're at.
No worries.
I'll probably I won't be seeing anyone, but I'll probably see all you running on the pitch if all this.
Mate, I'm in top tier. Unless I'm jumping off there, I'm not on pitch.
All right, I remember now. Fair enough. Fair play. Right, great to chat to you, Joe. Thanks for coming on, mate. And we'll see where we're at tomorrow.
Yeah, look after yourself. Fingers crossed.
And you, mate. Cheers.
See you later, mate. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Great to get another Town fan on. So next guest, we've got 3 more now. We've got Luton fan. We've got Ryan, who's always on the channel. But the next guest we're just gonna, because he's been on a while actually, is a town fan who lives in Ireland called Connor. So over supporting from Ireland. Connor, how we doing, mate?
Grand now, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. So, mate, first thing, what do you make of Friday, and how do you kind of hope we approach this one then?
Well, looking at it, I just thought that we are strong at the back. Like Sarr, to be quite honest, wasn't great in the first half.
No.
But in the second half, he starts to get into the game. That's one thing about Sarr. But the thing is I think Sarr only works in a 5-back when we drop Hogg into that kind of sweeper role.
Yeah, it's a good point actually.
But like, I always get nervous when Hogg's on the ball that far back because of how he's prone to these like long balls out to the left or the right, and it'll more than likely either go out for a throw or it won't get to the player, which is unfortunate. Like, I like Hogg, he's a great player, but other than that, I think going forward we were great. Like, Dwayne Holmes had the game of his life, I'd say.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable, and I'd love to see more of kind of Tino Andrin as well, because he's back to his full fitness now, and need to kind of use him now because he's only on a loan. But hopefully for next season, wherever we are, maybe get him back again for a year because he's young.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's definitely a fair point. Obviously, we've only got him for 1, maybe 2 if we're very lucky and on it. So I may as well use him while we've got him, because the other wingers might not end up going anywhere, depending on what league we're in. So what lineup would you go with then specifically, and what formation?
I think I'd go for a 4-3-3. I bring back in Colwill and drop Sarr, because I think Colwill and Lees work really well together, and then Toffolo and put Pippa back because he was great yesterday, just kind of going forward, brought more to the game than Turton.
Yeah, well,
Turton's he is a good player, but he just doesn't bring enough forward, I don't think.
More the defensive of the two, isn't it?
Yeah. And like, we definitely need to go more attacking because Ingram for Luton is a great goalkeeper. I think he's solid, and like, I'd then put O'Brien, Hogg, and maybe keep Russell, even though he didn't have the greatest of kind of 60 minutes of that game, really.
Yeah.
But got back into it in the last 30, I'd say.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It wasn't really shining, but he didn't really make many mistakes, or it wasn't his kind of shine out kind of day, was it? And what about the front three, mate?
I'd probably stick with Sinani, Holmes, Ward, to be honest, because I think Sorba's there, but I'd much prefer him if hopefully we get to a final, have him there, keep him rested, but get him on the second half and he'll change games. He's that good of a player.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying. He is that kind of player where he can kind of turn a game on its head. Obviously, we've seen that at Blackpool at home. That was a prime example of that kind of just, taking advantage of the 10 men and Coyne,
Yeah, I
going to
thankfully
really
went to that game. So it was great to go to that game as well.
Oh, you came over for that game?
Yeah, for Christmas, and I saw
brilliant.
that, and it was one of the best ones I definitely saw this year, and then saw Blackburn away as well at 0-0. So it was good to see.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's quite obviously it's quite close to home, really. Obviously, when you said about obviously watching over from Ireland, and I have family that have the exact same, and they're coming over tomorrow. And then hopefully again, only if. So we'll just have to see on that part. How do you think it's going to go, mate? What's your score prediction?
I'm going to go, I think, 2-2, and then it'll go to penalties. Because I just think going forward now, Luton put pressure on Nichols a lot in the first game, and they just invite loads of pressure onto us. So I think that they won't give up, and it's going to be a really tough game. And I think it'll go 2-2, and we'll end up going to penalties again.
Right. Okay. So who's scoring in the 2-2?
I think I'm going to go John Russell and Danny Ward.
What for Luton?
I'm going to go Jerome and Cornick, I'd say.
Yeah,
if he plays.
Sounds about right. And who's winning on penalties, mate?
It's got to be us, 4-3.
Like the same score that was at Wembley, the 4-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It'd be a dream, wouldn't it, to go to Wembley again, having won on penalties. So we'll just have to see, mate. Anyway, it's been great to get you on, Connor. It's been great to get your take.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot for coming on, mate. Thanks, for all your support from over in Ireland on the channel. I really do appreciate that, mate. So hopefully you're coming over for a big game on the 29th. I'm not going to mention what game that is yet, but hopefully you are. with a bit of luck and a bit of Carlos ball, we might get there. So take care of yourself, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks very much. See you later.
Cheers. Thanks. Great to get another guest on. It's kind of a running theme here. Hi, Ashton. I'm all right, mate. Yourself? It's great to get everyone on and kind of talking about Town in a way that a lot of people are like on the same wavelength with the formation. A lot of people are sticking with that 4-3-3 and kind of echoing the same things. Really, just go for it and see where we're at. Really, we'll just have to see how it goes. To be honest, it's just one of them where any shouts for Tino. Yeah, Bobby said Tino. Connor's just said Tino. Yeah, I'm decent. Love your videos and love your chanting. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot. Time for his next guest. It's the Last Town fan, and it's Ryan. And there we go.
Hello.
How are we doing, mate?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. So, obviously, you were there Friday. So you've got that kind of take. I joined the part of the Hatters show with Tyler earlier, and Darren, and I kind of heard, obviously, they had their takes, you had your takes. In some parts you agreed, in some parts you very much did not. Talk me through your kind of way of thinking on Friday and what your opinion were on the penalty decisions, followed by the chances, and then kind of wrapping that segment up.
I mean, yeah, I think first of all, obviously going into the game, I think obviously I was kind of saying to myself, we can't afford to be losing this one. We have to draw or win. So on that aspect, yeah, that worked out obviously great. But yeah, kind of let's get into kind of the details of the game. So obviously, Yeah, the penalty for us. Yeah, it had to be a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. That is unlovely. But yeah, like I say, yeah, it was a definite penalty, and I don't care what kind of.
He's bottled it. Yeah, it's a penalty every day of the week. He's pushed it.
I mean, it's a definite one, and like I said, that could have changed the outcome of this game, you know, and the outcome of the whole match, you know, over the two legs, it could have a big impact. And then obviously, a brilliant goal, obviously early on. It really did set, you know, it really was kind of important for us, you know, if we, you know, to get that first goal, which we did. But then obviously, you know, the goal we conceded. Let's talk about that for a moment. Yeah, very poor. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you can't afford to be giving free kicks from that. You know, just the free kicks, you know, needless. You didn't need to do that. You know,
love to Ireland, yeah.
But yeah, you didn't need to do that. And like I said, the you know, kind of, I know there were questions of offside for that, but you still got to do your job defensively as well. So
yeah.
I mean, it was too easy for that. That was disappointing. That first half, ironically, we didn't play that well, to be honest. They were better in that first half.
Definitely,
I mean, let's talk about their penalty. For me, you know, it just wasn't a penalty because I think it was more of a kind of coming together, you know, clash. Like, it wasn't anything intentional by Sai, you know, for me. So on that note, I don't think that was a penalty. So yeah, that's my take. Like I say, going to half time, I think that obviously in the second half we did step it up a bit, and obviously Luton did start to tire a bit actually quite easily. I mean, I think, but you know, for all that possession in that second half, and you know, for what we kind of created in that second, we didn't really have much to show for it. At the end of the day, they still had more shots than us, you know. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it was one of those, but we definitely take the draw. But I think it was a game where we could have won it easily. We could have won it, you know, in that second half. You know, we definitely
only took a one corner or something like that we've done plenty of times this season. Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of my take. And obviously going away, yeah, happy with it. Well, I say happy. There were positives and negatives for this game, but we take the draw. You know, back home tomorrow night for a massive match, obviously.
It's like a cup final essentially because it's all level, so it's like a final of its own right. Because you know, whoever goes through, it's where we start to dream. So what would you be kind of saying with the lineup then? What are you looking at there? Because
yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to kind of make a few changes to this side, I think. And I think I'm going to go with a different formation. I think I'm going to go with a 3-4-3 because I think that I think it's just a system that suited us over the season. But I think I've kind of looked back. I think I prefer us in this formation. I mean, I do like the 4-3-3, but I don't think we need us. You know, we're going to be kind of dominant. You know, kind of expect us to be kind of dominating the ball, kind of thing. So we don't really need that far at the back for me.
Right.
So my lineup got obviously Nichols in goal, no brainer there. You know that.
Yeah.
Tom Lees, Jonathan Hogg in the middle, and I'd take Sarr out and I'd put Cole in. Now I was actually surprised that Cole didn't start the first leg, but I can understand why Carlos decided to go with Sarr in the first one. But for the second leg, I definitely would put Cole back in there. And then obviously,
so you're playing Colwell left centre back and Hogg in the middle centre back role.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and like I said, Lee's the other side. But like I say, and then obviously going to midfield, I'd take Turton out for this one. I mean, I think Pippa just offers, you know, like we all know, he offers that, you know, he'll have a go at defenders, you know, a bit more, and I think that's what we need in this game, you know. So I'd definitely bring Pippa in for this one. Maybe bring Turton on later on in the match. Russell obviously in the middle with Lewis O'Brien, and then Harry Toffolo definitely on the wing. Like I say, he's been what incredible season he's had. You know, he's just great. You know, he's just on fire at the moment as well. So he's always, if he's not scoring, he's assisting. You know, he's just contributing absolutely every game. So you can't leave him out. The front three for me, Danny Ward.
Thanks for tuning in, Bailey. Take care, mate. Thanks for joining. We'll get you on. We'll get you on next time if we can, mate. Carry on, Ram.
And then I would be starting Thomas. I don't buy this. let's save him for the final. We're not at the final yet. We need Sorba in this semi-final because it was crying out for him in that first leg. For me, I think that obviously
for part of the second half,
I mean the corners we got in that second half, in the first leg, we were just lacking, weren't we, without that final ball, and but that would be my lineup going into the match tomorrow night for sure.
So it would be like so Nichols, Corwell, Hogg, Lees, Pippa, Toffolo, O'Brien, Russell, he said, you said Sinani, didn't you?
Yeah, I said Sinani, Danny Ward through the middle, obviously, and Sorba Thomas.
So Sinani on the left side, Sorba on the right. Yeah, so then you've got people crossing in on the right side, and not obviously cutting in and obviously maybe losing it, trying to be clever, because crosses are a big part of our game, more so now. It's getting to that point now where it's really kind of, I'm really feeling it. I mean, I felt it on Friday, but now it's kind of like, just do or die, really. It's just season defining, isn't it, at the end of the day? So
it definitely is, and I think that how the game, kind of how it would be best for I think that we need to start off quick, obviously, and we need to score an early goal, because I think that'll just settle everybody down, because the longer the game goes on.
I seen you nodding earlier when
I think it'll suit Luton that, because then you can sense the frustration within the crowd maybe as the game goes on. And we don't want penalties. I don't buy this. We don't want extra time penalties, because it's just we've had to ride our luck with the penalty shootouts over the years, and I just think we need to be focusing on getting this job done, and getting it over the line in normal time, because we just need to. I mean, I know Town never do it the easy way. We know this, but I just think that we just need to be focusing on just getting the win in normal time. That's the ideal scenario, obviously. But
of course, I mean, I always say, I always like to watch penalties. I just love the kind of psychological element behind it, and the how sometimes how good they are, but never in a million years with Town or England. I hate them with Town or England, because it's just that extra level of uncertainty. That's what it is. I would back us to winning one, but because I would back us to winning one is exactly why I don't want us to go to it, because whilst the chance we don't, it's silly, really. Just do it in 90 or even 120 minutes. Yeah, it's longer, but you'd rather us do it than that than wait all the way to penalties. That's kind of, unless it's like a case of Luton are absolutely all over us and they're about to score and we have to defend for his lives, then. But even so, it shouldn't come to that. We shouldn't, allow that. But yeah, I think that's what everyone's echoing, really, just attacking, and we should be on it, really. Right, mate. What is your score prediction?
I think that I'm going to go with the same scoreline as what we did in the league. I'm going to go 2-0. I really do, because I think that if we get that early goal, which I believe we will do, I think that'll really settle us down. I think we'll definitely get another one, maybe shortly after. But it is difficult. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Luton have had a fantastic season. I've always had great things to say about them. By the way, I think they've done incredible to get to where they've got to. Of course they have. But we want our team to get to Wembley. Of course we do. So I just have to back us. I just think we'll have too much for them, really, in all honesty. I think we will. We've got more quality. And we have to bring our A game, though, tomorrow night. We can't afford to be playing like we did in the, obviously I know we were away on Friday, but we have to play better tomorrow night. And I think we will at home. But, yeah, the pressure is kind of on a bit, I think. Because, that's what I think. Anyway, I think the pressure's a bit on us. Luton are going to come and I just feel like, obviously, we're the favourites out. I mean, I don't take any notice of the odds, admittedly, but I just feel like I hope I don't think the pressure will get to the lads, but it will be a key factor in this. But,
yeah. Well said, really, there, mate. 2-0. What are your goal scorers?
I'm going to go Daniel Ward, definitely one. I think he's always capable of a goal, if you get the delivery right. And, I know that. And obviously, I think for the second, I fancy Thomas to get one, actually. I really do. I think that he's going to score. So, yeah, that would be fantastic to see him back on the score sheet and back on, back. I hope he starts, like I say, I hope he does start tomorrow night. Like I say, he's in my starting lineup, but I hope Cowles doesn't play it safe because we need him from the off, really, in this one. We need to get...
Yeah, there's no point playing it safe if we've not got another game to play. Is that kind of
what, Yeah, exactly. So...
Yeah. No, that's perfectly justifiable, really, there. Ryan, thanks for your time, mate. Thanks for being patient. Obviously, I know all guests coming up once. And thanks for talking to us tonight. There will be, like I say, a video out tomorrow, and we'll all know the result and what's going to be in that video before it goes up.
Yeah.
It's got the potential to be the best one of the season if it goes right.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
But I'm touching the wood on my desk right now. But thanks a lot, mate. I might see you tomorrow, I might not, but I'll definitely hear from you tomorrow. And take care.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Take care. I might see you tomorrow. Yeah. Take care. Up the town.
Up the town. See you around. Great to get all them town fans on and get everyone's opinions. Really, there's a running theme. A lot of us are back to town, apart from Kane, who back to draw, followed by a 120th minute winner. There we go. Our last guest is a Luton fan. It is Tyler, who I met on Friday. He's been patient. He's been here a while. They all have fair play to him. So we'll get Tyler on now. Mate, it's that time again.
Flipping hell.
I know when we met, you kind of said if you don't win your home leg, you kind of, I'll just one sec, I'll move the banner out the way because we can honestly you kind of said if you don't win the home leg, you didn't see it. You didn't kind of see you going through. But how's your opinion stayed the same or changed? How has it gone?
I'm not gonna lie, it has changed a little bit. Obviously, I know, like I said in the reverse game, going back to your ground's always going to be tough, especially with how good you've been this season. But I just felt there was aspects in that, especially the first half, which makes me think it's not going to be as similar to it was in the league. There's aspects that I see that make me feel it's going to be a lot closer.
More fighting it, yeah.
But yeah, there's certain things we've done in that game which I felt confident with. Obviously, second half, you lot started to dictate the play more, but overall, I felt it was all right. And obviously, like you mentioned, I did say that, but looking at it,
yeah,
I'm feeling a little bit different. That's all I'm going to say for now.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm not going to ask you how you'd like us to line up because that'd be pointless. You probably want the ball boys on it, really. But no. So obviously, from what I got understood earlier, you thought ours were a penalty. You thought yours were a penalty. You thought they were kind of joined on the one. And that's fair enough. Obviously, like I say, with the Jerome one, it does look like a tangle. But then again, I can kind of. I'm maybe not saying I agree, but maybe I could understand why you'd want it, because obviously if that happened to us, I'd kind of be like, oh yeah, well, it's dodgy, it's in the box. I'd be like, penalty maybe, but it's like your dad said, he wasn't giving anything, was he? He wasn't. I don't think he would have given a penalty. Someone could have
he was too lenient.
Yeah. But then he gave soft stuff all around the pitch for some reason. I thought and there were obviously, I don't know whereabouts in the ground you were sat. But kind of from where we were in that corner, there were about 3 or 4 times where a Luton player kicked the ball out of play and the lino gave you the ball. And it was just, I don't know, I just thought he lost it, that lino. I just thought the other one wasn't too bad. He was quite fair, he gave it to and thing. But the other one, he just really I just don't think he liked Naby Sarr at all. He really had an agenda against Sarr. But yeah, it was a good game in the end, wasn't it? It were close, it were tight. you could have easily wrapped it up in the first half. We could have wrapped it up at the end. Game of 2 halves, really, wasn't it? I mean, obviously the goals
definitely
in the first, but you were the better team in the first, and we were the better team in the second, and that's just how it kind of unfolded, really. How do you think you should approach this game, as well as what lineup you'd go with and what formation, obviously?
Now, earlier on my channel, my dad did change the formation up. Now, I can see why he said that, but me personally, I feel we have to go with a 3-5-2. I know it's away from home, but, I just feel that's our best position. I don't really, it's not like when we've used this new formation away, it's worked. There's been some games it's not. Yeah, some games it has, but, a lot of games it's not really worked. So I'd go to 3-5-2. I'd go Ingram in goal, obviously. It's got to be, can't be anyone else. Bree, right wing back. Bell, left wing back. You've got to go with them two. At the back, I'll go Naismith on the left side, Sonny Bradley through the middle, and Burke on the right side. And in the midfield, I would go Campbell in the middle, Clark on the right. I'm not 100% sure about Lansbury. I don't think it'll be as bad as it seemed, but I would still I'd still probably put him on a bench. So I'd probably go
very similar to what almost the same team then.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and it is going to be actually. A good shout.
The same line. And I
was going to say, last time.
Yeah, Jerome got stuck in. Fair play to him, and that chance it could have easily crept in.
He was very good.
That's a save Nichols would normally pull off though, but he didn't have it covered. I could see he wasn't there. It was, if it was in, it was in. Like, Nichols has pulled some worldies off, but that one, if it were on target, it were a screamer.
I thought he was very good. It felt like he was a left winger at times,
Yeah, literally, he had quite a bit of pace. He battled. Yeah, It became a problem. That's what he did. He became a big problem for physicality as well.
Exactly.
We're quite strong, and obviously you said about the hold up. We're just bullying our defenders quite a bit in terms of just getting stuck in and pressuring them, and obviously that leads to mistakes, like we saw. So 2 very attacking formations, obviously 3-5-2, 4-3-3, 3-4-3, whatever we go for, whatever if it's still going to be an attacking variation. Yeah. What kind of way would you hope to set up, like with like obviously we've said, is it the later it's goalless? Is that good for you, or
I would say that benefits us, because from what I've heard, you concede a lot of late goals as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have.
Yeah, I mean, we usually concede the late goal after we've scored. So like if we score, say we scored, it'd be written on paper for you to go and score 2, or you to score 1 late on and level it, and then you've got momentum for extra time. Then that'd be that's kind of like the way it would. We'd have to score for it to concede a late goal in that. Touch wood, I don't jinx us now when you go and run away with it in the 90th minute. We Snodgrass or something stupid like that. But yeah, we usually score and then ball. Not really, not really from the off. So is that what you're hoping for then? Just a kind of late.
I want to, as much as obviously it's away, I want to be on the front foot, but I don't want to sit back, because you saw what happened last time when we, first half I thought we was all right. It was pretty equal in the game, last time at your ground. But second half, I don't know. I just felt we laid back a little bit. I don't want to see that. I don't think we will be like that anyway, because obviously it's level. We have the chance to take the lead. You never know.
The cup final of a cup final, isn't it? So
exactly. So I do want to see us go at it a little bit. Obviously, don't tire yourselves out like early on, but just don't sit back, straight away, because you're very good at putting pressure on teams as well. And if you do that, we'll probably, us, we always concede a set piece goal, or someone's not marking the guy on like Toffolo, sorry. I can see him getting on the other side and scoring if we're not watching him, because I've just got a feeling that could happen if we play like that. So I do want to see us go at it a little bit, but like I said, don't overdo it. I don't want to see it from early on. Just
a bit not opposite, but like obviously on Friday you had that issue of like where you played really well the first half, but then second half, you could tell you were just so fatigued and tired because of the injuries of the squad. They're playing the same squad every week, so you looked fatigued. And when Sorba come on, it was kind of like, I don't want to say it was kind of we had control, and I kind of what I'm leaning towards is, had there been maybe 15 more minutes, we probably could have scored, because by the time 15 more minutes have gone, you're going to be more tired and more kind of, because you kind of laid it back a bit and kind of just invited the pressure, really, didn't you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said earlier, you started to dictate a lot more of the play in the second half. And I've, like you've mentioned now, I think that also comes down to how hard we worked in the first half.
Yeah, no, fair enough. So, obviously, I think you're the only one I've kind of asked really this. So, like, obviously, Forest won 2-1. Of course they did. But who do you think's kind of? Do you think that's it? Forest are through, or do you think like Forest are gonna do it at home, or?
I think it'll be a tight game. I don't think Forest have a good home record, but I don't think it'll be a walkover. But I do think Forest. I think they are through now. To be quite honest with you, I can see it being probably another 2-1, maybe a 3-1. But when I say 3-1, I don't mean dominant. I think it'll be one end where it's 1-1, then Forest get a goal, and then they get a one near the end. That sort of thing.
Yeah, because Sheffield United are going to have to come out and kind of have firepower straight away, because obviously being one down, they have to score first. Otherwise, it's kind of
it's not
kind of done, really, isn't it? Otherwise, they have to win 2-1 to keep it alive. What is your score prediction for our game?
Flipping hell, I'm waiting for the comments to come at me now. So like I said, it's going to be a very tough game. Obviously, good side. You're in the class for a reason. You're very good at home. But I don't know. I think this is more of I've just got to try and back the boys. Do you know what I mean? I reckon
more heart than head, really. Then.
Yeah. I've gone with a Huddersfield 1. I can see you scoring. It's inevitable that you won't score, if that's the right word. I think it is. Yeah, Huddersfield 1, Luton 2.
Fair enough, and that's in normal time.
Yeah, normal time. Yeah.
Yeah, and who's scoring there then?
For you, I think Toffolo. I just got a feeling he's going to score. He was pretty good as well in the other game as well. And didn't he get the assist, if I'm correct?
I think he did. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have a quick look at that, actually. I think I heard that he did. Yeah, and what about the rest of the scorers?
I've got a feeling Cornick's going to score. He's scored in a lot of big games this season, especially
Mr. Reliable.
Sorry, what was that?
Mr. Reliable, then.
Yeah, he scored quite a lot of vital away games. Like, we had poor records away at Welsh sides, and I know they've been poor.
That's funny. Yeah, with the exact same.
He broke records and scored some really good goals against them. So yeah, I've got a feeling Cornick will. And
Toffolo did get the assist. Yeah, Toffolo got the assist. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was. And then as for another one, I'm going to go Jerome. I think he's very unlucky not to score last game, so I think he could potentially get a goal here. To be fair.
Right. So, it's winner takes all, isn't it? It's gonna be. There's one of us is gonna go to sleep tomorrow night on the verge of tears, and the other one isn't. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've said, well, I'm not too sure if I've said it on here, but I've said it on my own channel. If we don't win, I want you lot to win the whole thing.
Do you know what? Yeah. It's fair play to say that, because I did say the exact same as such, because obviously I'm not gonna lie, obviously when I went to your ground, it's not the most beautiful, but obviously you have to respect that it's you've come up leagues rapidly with no time to update to kind of capacity or exactly. Where it is and the higher stands, but anything to wipe the smile off Forest's face, anything.
Like we said, I think we said it last week. They already think they're in the Premier League.
That's what I say. That's what I was saying earlier. They're going to be ringing ticket office up asking for when Man United away tickets are. I don't know. So we met some, and some of them are sound as, but there's just some on Twitter that just have no kind of clue about anything. Like they sat there back in 9th ages ago saying, "Oh, we've got games in hand." And I'm like, well done. We've got points. Like, if the season finished now, they're not going to go, all right, well, we'll promote Forest because they had 8 games in hand. You've got to win them. And then we still finished above them in the end. So the joke was on them. But, they're playing really good stuff at the minute. I mean, all 4 of us have been playing good stuff towards the end of the season. It's only Sheffield United, really, that kind of dropped off a little bit. But the 3 of us, for the most part, were playing pretty good stuff. Tyler, mate, it's great to get you back on. It's great to get you
for bringing me on, mate.
Yeah, thanks for being patient as well. Obviously, I sent the wrong link to everyone, so everyone joined at once. It was like, God, it was a right mess. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Like I say, if we don't, I hope you do. But obviously, we'll just have to see where we're at tomorrow. You'll get a feel of what the game's like pretty early on. I think you'll get a but thanks for your time, mate. Thanks for coming on, and
not a problem.
We'll be in touch tomorrow. So see ya.
Yeah, see you later, mate.
Cheers. So that's the end of the guests. First things first, if you have enjoyed this content, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I believe we can't be far off after this stream, because there will have been a lot of new people on this stream. We're 5 subs away from 4.5k. So if 5 more could subscribe, then we will be at 4.5k for the second leg of the EFL Championship playoffs semi-final at home to Luton, which is massive, and we're hoping for 5k by the time the new season started. We've got a lineup here. He's gone with Nichols, Colwell, Lees, Pippa, Toffolo, O'Brien, Hogg, Thomas, Sinani, Ward, Andrew in a 3-4-3. So that obviously means Hogg sitting as a centre back. It's a strong lineup that. I did say I would go for the same, but I'm a bit like that about Colwell or Sarr. To be honest, I'd probably go with Colwell now. Looking back, I'd probably go Colwell because he's more attacking. He moves the ball forward quite quick. So I'd actually change that to to Colwell. But we've still got a little bit. I've still got to do my score prediction. We've been going for a while now, but I always make sure we've spoke about everything. Spoke to a lot of people. A massive thank you for everyone who's tuned in. At one point there were 95 people in here. That's crazy for like a live, like a live stream, like a live video as such. I'd like to thank you all for the kind comments that I've received in person at Luton, and that I always do. The support, it means a lot. And thanks a lot for all the support, and it's time for my score prediction. So, not really thought about this. Bear with me. See, it's going to be a tight. I do think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be very scrappy again. The ref will probably bottle it again. When did they not? And ultimately, drum roll, Aiden. I'm going to go with a 1-1 in normal time, followed by a 117th minute Huddersfield Town winner to make it 2-1 to send us to Wembley. And the man who's going to get the first, the normal 90-minute goals is going to be who's it going to be? It's going to be Cornick and it's going to be Cornick and Danny Ward. And in the 117th minute, I think it's written in the stars because obviously don't want to talk about this in a way of disrespect ever. Obviously, I'm sure you're all aware of the support Harry Toffolo showed towards Daryl, our friend, the fellow town fan who passed away and lost his battle to cancer. So I've got a feeling that Toffolo's going to score that goal and do his celebration that he's done twice already, where he's kind of pointed to the sky. It just seems like a dream. Imagine the emotion would be thing. And I hope we do it for Daryl. That's what I hope we do it for Daryl. And I've got a feeling Toffolo's going to score that second goal for Daryl, and we're going to go to Wembley. But that's my take. A lot of if buts and maybes. I already feel sick as it is. That's Camel Club for you. My own fault. But I know when I wake up tomorrow, I'm not going to be in any kind of fit state to kind of talk. I'll be shaking all day. I'll be nervous all day. Not that I'm like a nervous person, but this is a great deal to me and to the rest of the town fans. I think what it is it means more this time for me, obviously, because I'm more involved with town. I've always supported the club, I've always loved the club, but I've missed 6 games all season. I've been to nearly every game, even the ones I wish I hadn't, like Cardiff. But there's just this feeling. I think because we've been in the Premier League already and we know how fun it is to score in the Prem. It's like, yeah, we'll get beat probably every week, but each goal in the Prem, the celebrations, the emotion, it's 10 times worth in the Championship. That's what I honestly feel. And so, yeah, all of you get down to the march as well. Phil makes a good point. Everyone get down to the march. 7 o'clock at the Gas Club on just off Leeds Road, next to St Andrews Road, I believe. On the march towards the back entrance, where it says you're nearly there with the John Smith sign. That's where it'll be heading through. But yeah, this means so much more to me now because obviously I don't really miss games unless there's just a reason. When we got relegated last time, I was scared we were going to plummet to League One, especially after the first season, because obviously we only just stayed up thanks to Cowleys. Alfie's just put that in the chat, and I've just had like a little future vision of pens, and that's what made me kind of stumble there. I just don't want to think about that at all. That would actually really, really hurt me. As it would everyone. It's not just me. Obviously, this is going to impact 21,000 Huddersfield Town fans tomorrow, and all the other ones abroad like Connor and Ben down where he is. It'd be the perfect ending to this season to go to Wembley and to do it. Obviously, to go to Wembley is one thing, but we've got to win there as well to make it that bit more special. But obviously, like I say, we have to beat Luton first. I'm no way underestimating Luton. I want to make that clear. Still 53 people here. It's crazy. Definition, I made it really. I never thought I'd get this far. To be fair, I had ambition, I had visions for the channel, but never to this extent. Not over over 1 million views anyway. That's still a bit surreal. But yeah, it's where I'm at. But I just really, really, really hope that we can do it. And yeah, I just think it would just be the perfect way to tip it off. It's like I said, last time we got relegated, when we got relegated at Palace, I wasn't there, but I was watching and I was still good. We were down way before that, but I was still good, just like everyone. I was thinking, we're never going to see that ever again. Like, I thought, oh, maybe we can push for promotion with the team we've got, but half of them didn't want to be in the club, half of them didn't care. We got rid of the Deadwood finally, but then obviously we had to bring Freeze in, and the recruitment was just horrific. Richard Keogh, the likes of them, just wasn't good at all. But there will be a pitch invasion tomorrow. I'm not saying I'm joining in, but I'm just saying there will be one. But yeah, we could just get that last. If we score, roof is going off. If there was a roof, the stadium's going to snap in half if we score. It'll be the best home games of the season, and Cardiff is a hard one to beat, but it will be. I'm not overly worried, mate. 2-0 or 3-1. Paul, I wish you shared your optimism, mate. I'll get a drink now tomorrow and I'll be fine. But now, just nervous, too nervous. Like I say, I'll do live streams, talk to 50 people at once, 95 people at once, have videos seen by millions of people around the world, have people say this and that, positive, negative, and still I never feel like I do about Town. Just that nerve, it never goes away. When obviously it's a sign you care as well. That's why it's. I know, Brad. I remember Peterborough 1992, and that's a long time before I was even here. I knew we played Cardiff, only home match of my all season. Happy with one, but good. That's the one. Yeah, that's so unlucky, Charlie. Literally. But yeah, I never anticipated us ever being in a playoff battle again. And there's been times I've said things this season like, oh, this ain't good enough, when it's been over enough, good enough. But just because it's not been what I wanted in playoffs, I've kind of, thrown toys at a pram, like a lot of Town fans did. But I'm immensely proud of this squad, of Carlos and the rest of it. If we can just get the tactics tomorrow spot on, and win, then it looks like I'll be out in Town straight after. No. But I'm really just looking forward to true only 2 miss for me. Yeah, Keith don't miss it unless it's not doable. Keith is missed Huddersfield Town. But yeah, I'm at that point now where, because we've been talking about it for so long, it's we've been live for 2 hours, and that never really bothers me. I love talking, I love doing this, I love interacting with everyone who gives me their time and this and that. But it just, when I talk about it for this long, it's sunk in now. Like tomorrow's Judgment Day, followed by another Judgment Day if that Judgment Day goes good. I do hope some of the boys watch you. Yeah, sometimes I do kind of think the same. I reckon maybe some do. I know a couple of Academy do, but not too sure about the actual first team. I say 2-1. That's what I'm predicting. But I'm going to say now, right, early, and I get no satisfaction off being, I used to sit there at games and be negative, and then when it went wrong, I used to go, oh, well, I told you so. I don't really get the satisfaction off that anymore, because the only person that wins is the other team and their fans, really. I don't really get I don't really get a kick out of it, not anymore. There we go, 2 hours. But But I've just forgot what I'm going to say. I've just forgot what I'm going to say. This is what Town's doing to me. This is what Town's doing to me. It'll come back to me. But no, this is crazy how we're in this position again. That was it. I'm going to say this now. Zach, you reminded me because of what you've just said. Actually, I'll put it on screen now. I have got a feeling. I'm predicting 2-1, but I have got a feeling deep down within that it's going to go to penalties. Now, like I say, I'm predicting 2-1, but I don't know. People are going to think I'm weird here, right? But obviously, you know, when you daydream and you kind of drift off from what you're doing in day-to-day life, and you'll see like something. I can't explain it. It's like a little vision of something. I've had it, and I'm seeing Nichols save a penalty onto the post, and then that's it. We're there. So yeah, two slim margins really, that, but it's really sinking in now. It's literally do or die. If it goes pens, who do you want to take it? Great question. I would have backed War, but obviously missed that one at promotion. Hopefully, Paul. I'd maybe let Holmes have one because he scored that one previously. Yeah, it were down the middle, but Tino can have one. I know he jinxed us, but he can have one because he scored one. Who scored the other one? Not me. Back them all season. Rhodes, Thomas, Holmes, O'Brien, Angerin. Yeah, that's probably a 5 I could get behind. Although Sinani would be a good one. I feel like he's got a good penalty on him. What penalties have we taken this season? Tino and Ward. There's one more in there that I'm missing. Is there one more that I've not? Guys, help me out a sec. We've got how many penalties have we got this season? We got one at Coventry, which we scored. We got one at Bristol. There's another one in there. Fulham. That's it. Is that the only other one? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, I could think. I just said about that. Toffwood. Yeah, maybe so. Toff would be a good one. We had a pen shootout. Yeah, I remember that was the first game after all that. What's your opinion on Nathan Jones? Comments after first game. Well, he's clueless. He don't know what he's on about, clearly. How the sad thing's a red card. Rubbish. That alone is just silly to suggest. The fact that their penalty is a penalty and ours is a half chance, that's just again, that's even worse. No, I don't. Those two are on a par of how stupid together they are. And then the worst part is when he said that. He said Pippa, Sinani, Hogg, these are all players they paid big money for. Hogg we got for like $1 million. No, it wasn't $1 million. It were a couple of $100K back in the day, like 2013. Sinani's free because he's a loan. It's usually how loans work. Who else did he say? He said Hogg, Sinani. He rambled on about these players. They're all free. So he's lost the plot, honestly. Not got anything against Luton. Might be a little bit dirty at times, but you know they deserve to be there just as much as we do. If we are not to win, I hope they do go on to win at Wembley. But I don't want them to win tomorrow. Obviously, I want us to win. And I want us to win at Wembley. But if that's not possible, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather them beat Forest or Sheffield United. If we get what be the quarter players we could afford with the Premier League, I'd definitely go to the Spanish League. But there's a lot of kind of 29, 30-year-old Prem players with We've experienced, speak of the devil, that we've spoke about, you know, great players like your Seamus Coleman's and that, you know, your players that are, yeah, obviously Cole's not going to leave Everton, probably not if they stay up, but you know what I mean, that type of player that's a solid, reliable Premiership player, and that's obviously what me and Blake have spoke about. About 50 seats left, so basically sold out. Pretty good considering as one of the top 6 glorious parts of the town. Yeah, don't forget, obviously, when them Lockdown Road went up, everyone from Murfield to Brighouse automatically started supporting the Leeds as a trend. So that's just how it's been. Sec. But no, go for Tom Lawrence from Derby. Definitely be a great little buy, that actually. Yeah, that would be a great little buy. Listen, it's if buts and maybes. We've still got a job to do tomorrow, so don't get me having little fantasies here about Town. Yeah, we have had a right do with Town this season, Blake. You're right. Regardless, but it'd be even better to go and do it on the final day down in Wembley, after beating Luton, of course, if we do beat Luton. But I so what I'm gonna do, Blake, you can hear me obviously. I'm actually gonna ring you now just after I finish this stream because I need to talk to you about something. So Aidan, yeah, take care, mate. But I'm wrapping stuff up now. Everyone who's joined, thank you so much for all support tonight. We've been going 2 hours and I've spoke more than enough, and I can't keep talking about it because I'm going to start getting nervous, and I'm already like that as it is. I'm praying that we can do this now, that we can go up, that we can beat Luton and then go on to the next step. But yeah, I'm praying. And thanks to everyone who's tuned in. If you do enjoy this content, please do leave a like and comment down below, you know, what you think is going to be, etc., etc. If you are new around here, please do subscribe because we're only one subscriber away from 4.5k. One subscriber away. So tomorrow we should theoretically have that 4.5k. I think we'll have an off day tomorrow. Luton 0, Huddersfield 7. No, not funny. Tough crowd. My taxi outside. I'll see you later. No, hopefully we can do the job. It's ours to kind of mess up now because it's at our place and we've got the draw. So you would back us. Like I say, not to rule Luton out, but that's just how it kind of is, really. 3-0 Town, Bosh, Christ, what time you start drinking, Blake? Que sera, Mike, indeed. Thank you. I'd start Leeds over Sad, but they're not on the same side. It might be Colwell or Sar, really. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for all your support. Thanks for all the likes, the comments, the new subscribers, and all the support. If I see some of you tomorrow, you know, a lot of people are saying to me, "Oh yeah, I see you, but I don't know what to say." Come and talk to me. You know, I'm happy to give you my time and have a chat with you. I'm a friendly bloke, like, and etc., etc. If we win, that vlog will be a Hall of Fame. It'll be a wow. That's what it'll be. It'll be the best vlog of the season, probably. And I'll probably start eating boozer, because why not? So, thank you everyone for all the support. It's been great to talk to the guests. So, thanks to the guests who came on. And you'll see the vlog tomorrow night. And whether it's good or bad, up the Town. 21st of August, I'm at top 6. I'm done. That were a good video, though, that. But, guys, if we go to Wembley, will you vlog? Of course I will. Of course there'll be a vlog out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for all the support, all your time tonight. Some of you have been here for hours on end. I'll never forget that. Thank you so much. And I've got one more thing to say got one more thing to say. The Town are going up with a £5 in the bank.